Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Patreon podcast. This week I wanted to talk about keeping your lists completed. This is something that happened to me yesterday. I spent a lot of time working on my to-do list, and around 5 or 6 o'clock it was done. And I was very, very happy. And then I was like, oh, what else can I do? There's so much time left in the day. And I'm like, no, wait. Take a second and spend the rest of the evening to chill out. And This is something that I really struggle with. This is something that has happened to me many times in the past, where I finish my list and I add more stuff to my list, and then I don't finish it, and then I'm just like, oh man, I didn't get everything I wanted to be done today. And it's very frustrating because you end up pushing yourself so hard, and there's literally no reason to do that. At the beginning of the day, when you fill out a to-do list, or fill out your Trello board or whatever, you make it a reasonable amount of work, something that you can do in a reasonable amount of time during the day. And if you finish that, that's awesome. Take some time off, chill out for once. And this is me mostly talking to myself at this point, but I thought of this and I really wanted to express it in a podcast, because I think I'm not the only one that runs into this problem. So there's two things that I'm trying to do more of lately, and that's make sure that my to-do list is actually doable. And we've talked about that before. But now, if the to-do list is actually complete, take some dang time off and enjoy yourself, and try to read a book, or try to figure out some new project, but don't do any more work. I've started playing some games, which is fun, but I also know that those can be a huge time sink, and I don't want to get too hooked into that. But it's nice to be able to complete your list, for one, and then it's also nice to be able to just relax for a bit too. Because I think that act of disconnecting, and then that act of just not thinking about what you have to do next, I think will take you a long way into freeing up mental energy, not only for later in the evening, but also for tomorrow. Last night while I was falling asleep, I had a bit of a brainwave as to how I wanted to do the album art for season 12 of the 2-hour track challenge. And it's very different from what I usually do. But, I feel in some part being able to have that extra little bit of space and little breathing room creatively gave me the opportunity to think of something like that. And I want to make sure that I capitalize on that more in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to make sure that if you are doing a daily to-do list, which I highly recommend that you do, that you also ensure that when you do that list, make it doable, make it something that you can complete in a day. And also, if you do complete that, take a break. You earned it. So that's it. Thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. I really genuinely appreciate it. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you in the next one. Be remarkable.